Hello everyone. Today we're going to do a what I eat in a day. I want to keep this super casual, really fun, easy. I am just cooking with what is in the house. I am cooking for my protein goals, and I always want to preface what I eat in a day is with like, this is just for fun, for inspiration. Take what you like, leave what you don't like. I just love watching what I eat in a days, and I love filming them. So they're just fun. It is 9:08. And I went to the gym. I did my lower body day. That's like a big, heavy day because it's a lot of squats, split squats, and RDLs and whatever. And then I walked for 45 minutes on the treadmill. And now I'm starving. So it is time for breakfast. And unfortunately, I'm a creature of habit. So if you've watched my other what I eat in a days or my high protein meal preps, you already know what's coming. And it is a protein bagel. So I actually have one in my bag right here that I had made a bunch of them because I went to visit a friend over the weekend in Philly, and I brought like a bunch for me to share with her and her boyfriend. So whatever, this was a leftover, so I got it. I made these on Friday morning, and today is Tuesday when I film this, so this is like just about as long as I like them to go. So I'm gonna pop this in the air fryer for a few minutes just to warm it back up. I got my tea going back there, and we're gonna get started on breakfast. I love these protein bagels. If you have not tried them, you're missing out. 35 grams of plant protein. They're absolutely delicious. They have been one of my most popular recipes that I have shared on the blog. So many reviews and comments. So they're really good. And let's get breakfast going. To warm the protein bagels, I just popped them in the air fryer at like 350 degrees for 2 to 3 minutes just to get them nice and warm and soft. And these were 4 or 5 day old bagels at this point, and they still had great texture, and I just keep them stored on the counter. I'm going to add some vegan cream cheese on there. While I do have recipes for homemade ones, I just do love the Kite Hill one. It's really good. And I'm going to have some tomatoes with it. The Sugar Bomb tomatoes are the best tomatoes. They're so sweet. They're so good. And I'm having a cup of raspberry green tea. And this breakfast is so simple, but it's good because when I come home from the gym, I'm starving and I need something right away. So with breakfast, I always have a cup of tea. I'm a tea drinker through and through. My protein bagels and the tomatoes and everything, that's not going to focus, but whatever. So it's really yummy. I've been loving having the tomatoes in the morning because these ones are so sweet. The Sugar Bombs, they're so good. And because I had the protein bagels already done, it was super easy. So now I get to eat. I'm going to eat, do some things, and I'll see you guys for lunch. Okay, it is around 2 o'clock, and I just spent the last few hours. I ran to the food store. I got stuff for recipes that are coming in future YouTube videos and blog posts. I made my boyfriend my vegan vanilla bean cheesecake because he has been asking for it for the last few weeks. So I was like, all right, I'll make that for him. And then I recipe tested something that is in the fridge right now, like compressing. It is a pistachio cream layer, and then a vegan ricotta layer, and then a sponge cake layer. I think it's gonna be really good, and that's gonna be coming recipe soon. So that's what I've been doing the last few hours. I wasn't really hungry until just about a few minutes ago, so we're gonna make lunch. I've had this lunch idea in my head actually since like yesterday. I want to do air fried tofu with like herby lemony pastina, and then some cucumber, and then like a vegan yogurt sauce. So it's gonna be delicious. Let's do it. To cook pastina is really easy. You only need a little bit of water, like about a cup, and just add your pastina in there with some salt and let it cook for like 8 minutes until all the water's gone. In the meantime, I'm going to break up the fava bean tofu with my hands. I like breaking up tofu with my hands sometimes more because it creates all those nice little cracks and crevices, and it gives great texture to the tofu. And I'm going to air fry this at 390 degrees Fahrenheit for like 10 minutes. I'm just going to add some salt and garlic powder for a little flavor. Nothing crazy, just keeping it simple. And that's it. And then in the meantime, I'm going to chop up my fresh parsley for my pastina. And then into the pastina, once it's all done, I'm going to add that in there with some lemon juice, salt, and I can't remember if I did a little garlic powder in there or not, but either way, this was so delicious. I really loved it, and I love pastina. It's so good. It's the perfect little pasta. And yeah, so I'm going to put this into my nice little bowl to start. We got one thing done, one element down. And then I wanted to have some cucumber with it, so I just chopped up one of these like Persian cucumbers. This one was kind of on its way out a little bit, but that's okay. I just chopped it up into nice small pieces, and I love cucumber, and also my dogs love cucumber, so whenever I cut cucumber, it is a frenzy. in the house. It is craziness. And then my tofu was all done. Look how golden and crispy that is. Beautiful. But we need sauce. So I'm going to take some plain vegan yogurt. And this was about 60 grams, I think. Adding that in there with some lemon juice and then a little bit of garlic powder and salt. And I'm just going to mix it up. If you want to add in dill, you could add in dill. It's kind of like a very abbreviated tzatziki in a way, a yogurt sauce, you know. But it just has all the good flavors in there and it pairs so perfectly with this bowl. I love a yogurt sauce. Like a vegan yogurt sauce is so good. And we will drizzle this on top. And now we have a beautiful, delicious lunch to enjoy. Okay, my lunch is all done and it looks so good. I'm so excited to eat this. That is a beautiful bowl. Okay, beautiful bowl. So good. And with it, I'm going to have a poppy. And before anybody says anything, I'm holding this little microphone because I feel like it records better this way than on your shirt. So yeah, it's about 2:40. I'm gonna eat this now. Okay, I took a shower, I did my hair, I have my comfy clothes on. It is about 4:42 and I'm going to make my dessert for later. Now, I am somebody, I have to have dessert every night. I look forward to dessert, even if it is just a bowl of cereal. I like to end my day with something sweet, but I have some inspiration on the brain for dessert as well. So the other day, my boyfriend and I went to this like marketplace. We hadn't been there before, but they had like all cooked food, like deli stuff, and then they had desserts, whatever. I got a coconut quinoa pudding because that was the vegan option, which was really good. But he got rice pudding, and I was jealous because I actually love rice pudding. So I want to make a quinoa rice pudding. I'm going to do both grains. And this is going to be like a proteiny kind of version. We're going to sneak some protein powder in there and stuff, but I think it's going to be really good. I hope it's going to be really good. And something else I just wanted to say in this What I Eat in a Day is I drink a lot of water. I feel like I never show myself drinking water, but I do drink a lot of water. And I also take a women's multivitamin, the Garden of Life ones. So just in case you were curious, let's try to make this quinoa rice pudding. And just so you know, I have like a real true rice pudding recipe in the cookbook, Plentiful. This is going to be like a modified version. Like I said, some protein in there. So let's see what happens. This is so easy to make. You're just going to add in your quinoa and then your white rice. So we're adding both grains at the same time. And then you can use any non-dairy milk that you like. If you guys watch my videos, you know I am partial to Ripple, so that's what I'm using, but anyone will work fine here. And if you have a sweetened or flavored one, that will be great too. And I'm adding in a little extra water as well. And then I'm going to add in some vanilla extract. We're going to go in with our vanilla protein powder and some agave. And then I'm just going to whisk this up. And we're going to cook this on the stove for about 30 minutes over a medium-low heat. You want it to be bubbling, but not boiling, but you want it to be bubbling so it gets nice and thick. And yeah, I just kind of put it on the stove and read my book and forgot about it. So I just whisked it up until everything was nice and smooth. So then it looked like this. And at this point, I decided to add in some white chocolate pudding mix. Obviously, rice pudding is not made with pudding mix, but I wanted to add it in for fun. So I did, and to add in some extra flavor. So I mixed that in there, and then I just popped this back on the stove for another 10 minutes to really help it cook down a little bit more and thicken up a little bit more. But it was so good. And I love rice pudding. You can either eat it cold or hot. I wanted to have this cold, so I transferred it into a little bowl and then I topped it with some cinnamon, but you could see the texture right here really well. This is what we're going for in our vegan coconut quinoa rice pudding. I keep calling it coconut quinoa pudding because that's what it was. It's quinoa rice pudding. Jeez, I had to edit myself like 7 times saying that. Okay, on to dinner. So I'm using my other half of the fava bean tofu and I'm doing the same thing where we're just going to rip it up with our hands into little nuggety pieces. This time I'm just going to add some garlic powder on there, but I am air frying again because we're going to make a buffalo tofu wrap. So I'm popping in the air fryer. We'll add the garlic powder and again 390 Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes just so it gets nice and golden. I add some sugar snap peas. I'm going to microwave those. I'm cutting up a bell pepper. I love bell peppers. So this was like easy and just another fun veggie to get in. And I always try to have a lot of veggies with every meal, as you can see. And then I'm having a carb balanced tortilla. So I'm going to add a little bit of buffalo sauce on the bottom. And then we're going to go in with some vegan cheese. And we're going to spread that on the bottom. And then we're going to add a few dollops of vegan yogurt in place of kind of like a vegan ranch or something, just to add in a little bit of that creaminess factor. Then we're going to add in that cooked tofu. We're going to add more buffalo sauce because the bottom layer was just a little bit, you know. We're going to add in more now. And then I'm going to go in with some pickled red onions. I love this brand, Small Town Cultures. They're so good because these are probiotic pickled red onions, really cool. And I didn't have any lettuce, so I just put in some sprouts for greens. And then I'm going to wrap it up, and then we will throw it back in the air fryer for 5-ish minutes at 300 degrees just to warm everything up and hopefully get some of that vegan cheese a little bit melty. We'll cut it in half. It is going to look absolutely stunning inside. I love all the colors, and yeah, I'm just going to enjoy this with my vegetables. Super easy, casual, fun dinner. I love a wrap. All right, you guys, it is about 8 o'clock, and I'm going to unwind now for the rest of the night. I have some of my books to read. I did want to give you guys a taste test of the rice pudding. I'm not going to eat it right this second. I'm actually not quite hungry, but I kind of want to just wrap this vlog up. I let it chill in the fridge, and it looks, just registering, there we go. It looks really good. I'm really happy with it. So there, you could see it, and we got the rice and the quinoa, which I really liked the texture of the quinoa pudding, but I still miss the texture of the rice, you know what I mean? So it's like, I like that I have both in here. That tastes really good. I really like it. So I'll have this, and I'll have some mint tea in a little while. And yeah, that's my day of eats. I tried to make some fun and different stuff for you guys. I am a creature of habit. I typically eat the same meals all week long because I like what I like. In case you're curious, I'm going to talk about macros real quick. So if you don't want to see that part of the video, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Recipes are all written out down below in the description box. And I'm just talking about the macros because I know sometimes people are curious. Today's calories were 1626. I had 146 grams of protein and 44.9 grams of fiber. So that's a pretty good day. I currently am eating for myself in a deficit and weight loss phase. So those hit my numbers perfectly. And yeah, I just like to share what I eat in a day because I like to show that not only vegan food is fun, but also if you do want to get a lot of protein or a lot of fiber, or you're trying to include more fruits and vegetables, whatever your goals may be, you can do it, and you can do it in a delicious way. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you soon with more recipes. Bye.